Hello, my friend. My name is Jessica, and today I want you to forget everything you've ever thought about learning English. Because what you're about to experience is not just another video, not just another lesson that will disappear from your mind tomorrow. No, this is different. Today is a special class. In fact, this is the only lesson you will ever need to finally master English completely and forever. Let me explain why. Most people spend years jumping from grammar books to vocabulary lists, from apps to courses that promise fluency but never deliver. They memorize hundreds of words, yet when the time comes to speak, their mind goes blank. They understand English, but they can't use it. Maybe that feels familiar to you. Maybe you've been studying, but when you meet a real situation, it feels impossible. That ends today. Because in this lesson, I am going to reveal the 12 conversation blocks, the 12 universal themes of communication that cover everything you need to speak English anywhere, anytime, with anyone. These are the same building blocks that unlock fluency. Once you master them, you will have the tools to express yourself naturally, whether you are at the airport, in a restaurant, in a meeting with friends, traveling abroad, or simply having small talk with strangers. Think about this. If you can talk about your daily life, your family, your job, your hobbies, your plans, your opinions, and if you can ask for directions, order food, handle emergencies, and connect socially, then what else do you need? That's it. With these 12 blocks, you are complete. You'll never be lost for words again. And the best part? It doesn't matter where you are from, how old you are, or how many times you have failed before. Fluency is not about perfection. It's about communication. And today you will get the map, the structure, and the confidence to finally step into English conversations without fear. So here is my promise to you. If you stay with me until the end of this lesson, you will walk away with a new vision of English. A simple, practical, unstoppable system that makes fluency not just possible, but inevitable. Now, before we begin, let me invite you to join this journey with me. If you want more lessons like this, filled with practical strategies and real-life English, make sure to subscribe to this channel right now. Click the button below and be part of this community of learners who are not just studying English, but living it. Are you ready? Then let's start. Today is the day English becomes yours forever. The first step in any conversation is the greeting. Greetings are not decoration. They are the signal that tells another person, I see you. I am ready to speak with you. Without a greeting, the conversation feels broken. With the right greeting, it flows. There are two main types: formal greetings and informal greetings. Formal greetings are used when you meet someone for the first time, when you speak to a teacher, a boss, or in professional situations. They show respect. The most common are: good morning until 12 p.m. Good afternoon from 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. Good evening after 6 p.m. Remember that good night is not a greeting. It is used to say goodbye. Many learners make this mistake. Informal greetings are for friends, family, or people of the same age. They create closeness and ease. The most common are: hi, hello, hey. When you greet someone, you can also add how are you or how is it going. Formal or informal, this small question keeps the conversation moving. After the greeting, the next step is introduction. This is how you present your identity. You start with your name. The simplest forms are: I am Jessica. My name is Jessica. Both are correct. The second is more common. You can add more information if you want to share. For example, I am 25 years old. I am from Sao Paulo. I am a teacher. Keep it simple. Short sentences are clear and strong. Now, introductions are not only about you. They're also about the other person. A conversation is an exchange. After you give information, you ask. These are the basic questions. What is your name? How old are you? Where are you from? What do you do? When you ask, listen carefully. The other person is giving you the keys to continue the conversation. If they say I am from Madrid, you can answer I like Spain. This creates connection. Remember, introductions are not about saying many things. They are about building trust quickly. One greeting, one fact about yourself, one question about the other person. That is enough to start any dialogue. Here is an example of a short conversation. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Jessica. What is your name? I am David. Nice to meet you, David. Where are you from? I am from London. And you? I am from Sao Paulo. This short exchange has everything. Greeting, name, origin, polite response. With only these sentences, you can meet anyone in the world. The structure is always the same. First, greeting. Second, your introduction. Third, question to the other person. Fourth, small response to show interest. Master this cycle, and you will never be silent in a first meeting. Family, friends, and relationships. Family is one of the first topics people talk about. When you meet someone, it is common to share information about your family. The main words are simple. Father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter. You can also say husband and wife. If you are not married, you can say single. If you are married, you say married. If you are not married anymore, you can say divorced. These words describe your marital status. To introduce your family, start simple. I have one brother. I have two sisters. I do not have children. I have a wife. I am single. You can also ask about other people. Do you have brothers or sisters? Are you married? Do you have children? These small questions open conversation. Now let us speak about relatives. Relatives are members of the extended family. Uncle, aunt, cousin, grandfather, grandmother. Example. My uncle lives in New York. My grandmother is 70 years old. My cousin is my best friend. Close friends are also important. You can say, this is my best friend. We met in school. He is like a brother to me. Or, she is my close friend. We talk every day. Here are useful questions. Who is your best friend? How long have you known him? Do you spend time with your family often? Birthdays are always good topics in English. To say your birthday, use the month and the day. My birthday is on July 5th. My birthday is on December 21st. If you want to ask, say, when is your birthday? At a birthday, you can use simple sentences. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Did you enjoy the party? Parties and social gatherings give you many opportunities to practice. You meet new people, and you can start with easy questions. Is this your first time here? Do you know the host? Do you like the music? The answers are also simple. Yes, it is my first time. No, I do not know the host. Yes, I like the music. Let us look at a short example of a conversation about family. Hello, my name is Anna. Do you have brothers or sisters? Yes, I have one brother and one sister. Are you married? No, I am single. And you? Yes, I am married. I have one son. Another example about friends. Hi, who is your best friend? My best friend is Lucas. How long have you known him? I have known him for 10 years. That is nice. And one more about birthdays. When is your birthday? My birthday is on May 10th. Great. Happy birthday in advance. Social gatherings are also simple to talk about. Hello. Is this your first time here? Yes, it is. Do you like the party? Yes, I like it. The music is good. These are short sentences, but they are strong. With these structures, you can speak clearly about family, friends, and relationships. You can also connect with people during birthdays, parties, and social events. Daily routine and habits. Talking about daily routine is very useful. You can explain what you do every day. You can also ask other people about their routines. Daily routines include work, studies, and leisure activities. You can use time expressions to describe how often you do something. The most common words are always, usually, sometimes, and never. Let us start with morning routines. Most people start their day early. I always wake up at 7 a.m. I usually take a shower. I sometimes drink coffee. I never skip breakfast. You can say, I wake up at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to work or school. Next, work or studies. You can talk about your schedule. I usually work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I sometimes have meetings. I always check my email in the morning. I study English every day. You can also ask questions. What time do you start work? What do you usually do at school? Do you study every day? After work or school, people have leisure time. I usually watch TV in the evening. I sometimes read books. I always spend time with my family. You can talk about hobbies. I play football on Saturdays. I go for a walk in the park. I never play video games at night. It is important to use simple phrases to describe your habits. I always eat lunch at 1 p.m. I usually drink tea in the afternoon. I sometimes cook dinner at home. I never eat fast food. Using always, usually, sometimes, and never helps others understand your routine clearly. Let us see an example of a short conversation about daily routine. Hi, what time do you usually wake up? I usually wake up at 7 a.m. And you? I always wake up at 6:30 a.m. Do you go to work after breakfast? Yes. I go to work at 8 a.m. I usually take the bus. Another example about leisure. What do you do in the evening? I sometimes watch TV. I usually read a book. Do you always spend time with your family? Yes. I always have dinner with my family. You can also talk about weekend routines. On Saturdays, I usually clean the house. I sometimes visit my friends. On Sundays, I always rest and relax. I sometimes go to the park. I usually cook lunch for my family. Talking about daily routine is practical. You can ask and answer questions easily. You can describe your day clearly. You can use time expressions to show how often you do activities. This helps you communicate with anyone in English. Food, restaurants, and shopping. Talking about food is important in English. You can order food and drinks in restaurants. You can ask questions about prices, sizes, and flavors. You can also talk about shopping in supermarkets, clothing stores, and other shops. When you are in a restaurant, the first step is to greet the staff. You can say hello or good morning. Then you can ask for the menu. You can say, "Can I see the menu, please?" After looking at the menu, you choose food and drinks. You can say, "I want a sandwich and a coffee." "I would like a salad and water." You can also ask about sizes. Is the coffee small or large? Is the pizza medium or large? You can ask about flavors. What flavors of ice cream do you have? What kind of juice is this? Sometimes you want to ask the price. How much is the sandwich? How much does the coffee cost? These questions are simple and useful. The answers are usually short. It is $5. It is $3. When you are in a supermarket, you need vocabulary. You can talk about food and drinks. Bread, milk, eggs, rice, fruit, vegetables, meat, chicken, fish, water, juice, coffee, tea. You can also ask, where is the bread, where are the vegetables? You can say, I want 2 tomatoes and 1 bottle of water. I need 3 apples and some rice. Shopping is not only about food. You can buy clothing and other objects. Shirt, pants, dress, shoes, bag, hat, belt. You can ask about sizes. Do you have this shirt in medium? Do you have these shoes in size 10? You can ask about colors. What colors do you have? I like the blue dress. It is useful to practice small conversations. Here is an example in a restaurant. Hello. Can I see the menu, please? Yes. Here it is. I want a sandwich and a coffee. Do you want small or large coffee? I want large coffee. How much is it? It is $6. Here is an example in a supermarket. Excuse me, where is the milk? It is in aisle 3. Thank you. I need 2 bottles. You are welcome. Here is an example in a clothing store. Do you have this shirt in medium? Yes. Here it is. What colors do you have? We have blue, black, and white. I like the blue one. How much is it? It is $20. It is important to use short and simple sentences. Always ask clearly and politely. You can use the same structures many times. This helps you remember them. Ordering food and shopping become easy with practice. You can talk about sizes, flavors, colors, and prices with confidence. Using these words and questions, you can communicate in restaurants, supermarkets, and stores. You can buy what you need and enjoy your meals. You can also practice small conversations with friends and family. This makes your English practical and useful. Directions, transportation, and travel. Talking about directions and transportation is very important in English. You can ask and provide location information. You can also use buses, trains, taxis, and planes. You can check in at hotels, airports, and car rentals. When you need directions, start with simple questions. Where is the bank? Where is the train station? How do I get to the airport? People usually give short answers. Turn left, go straight, take the 2nd street on the right. You can also use landmarks. It is near the supermarket, it is next to the park. Transportation words are important. Bus, train, taxi, airplane, car, bike. You can say, I want to take a bus to the city, I need a taxi to the airport. I will travel by train. I have a plane ticket. Using transportation often means asking about time and prices. What time does the bus leave? How much is the train ticket? When does the plane arrive? These questions are useful for travel. The answers are simple. The bus leaves at 8 a.m. The train ticket is $10. The plane arrives at 4 p.m. When you go to a hotel, you check in. You can say, I have a reservation. My name is Jessica. I want a single room. The staff will ask for information. They may ask, how many nights, how many people? You answer simply, I will stay for 3 nights. There are 2 people. At the airport, you check in for your flight. You can say, I have a ticket to London. Here is my passport. The staff may ask, do you have luggage? How many bags? You answer, yes, I have 1 bag. No, I have only carry-on. Car rentals also need clear communication. You can ask, I want to rent a car. How much is it for 1 day? What types of cars do you have? You can answer, I need a small car. I want an automatic car. Here is an example of asking for directions. Excuse me, where is the bus station? It is next to the supermarket. Thank you. How do I get there? Go straight and take the first left. Here is an example of taking a taxi. Hello, I need a taxi to the airport. Sure. Do you want the fastest route or the cheapest route? I want the fastest route. How much will it cost? It will be $20. Here is an example of checking in at a hotel. Hello, I have a reservation. What is your name? My name is Jessica. How many nights will you stay? I will stay for 3 nights. Here is an example at the airport. I have a flight to New York. Do you have luggage? Yes, 1 bag. Please place it on the scale. Here is your boarding pass. It is important to use short sentences and clear questions. Practice asking and answering about directions, transportation, and travel. You can use buses, trains, taxis, and planes with confidence. You can check in at hotels, airports, and car rentals. These skills help you communicate in any city or country. Work, school, and studies. Talking about work and school is very useful in English. You can talk about your profession, your studies, and the courses you take. You can also ask about other people's careers. You can talk about meetings, job interviews, and presentations. First, professions. Common words are teacher, student, doctor, nurse, engineer, driver, manager, chef, salesperson. You can say, I am a teacher. I work in a school. I am a student. I study at the university. You can ask, what is your profession? What do you do for work? Next, studies and courses. You can say, I study English. I take a cooking course. I am learning computer skills. You can ask, what do you study? Do you take courses? How long have you studied English? Meetings are common at work. You can talk about them. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. The meeting is about the project. I will talk with my manager. You can ask, when is the meeting? What is the meeting about? Who will attend the meeting? Job interviews are also important. You can say, I have a job interview tomorrow. I am nervous. The interview is at 10 a.m. You can ask, what is the position? What questions will they ask? How long will the interview last? Presentations are common in school and work. You can say, I will give a presentation about my project. I need to prepare slides. I practice speaking before the presentation. You can ask, when is the presentation? How long is it? What is the topic? Here is an example of a conversation about work. Hello, what is your profession? I am a nurse. And you? I am an engineer. Where do you work? I work in a hospital. And you? I work in a construction company. Here is an example about studies. What do you study? I study English and computer science. Do you take courses? Yes. I take a cooking course and a programming course. How long have you studied English? I have studied for 2 years. Here is an example about meetings. Do you have a meeting today? Yes. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. What is the meeting about? It is about the new project. Who will attend? The manager and the team. Here is an example about job interviews. Do you have a job interview? Yes. It is tomorrow at 10 a.m. What is the position? It is for a sales manager. Are you ready? Yes. I prepared all my documents. Here is an example about presentations. I have a presentation today. What is it about? It is about my school project. When will you present? At 2 p.m. Do you feel ready? Yes. I practiced a lot. It is important to use short and simple sentences. Ask clear questions. Give clear answers. Practice talking about work, school, studies, meetings, interviews, and presentations. With these skills, you can communicate with teachers, managers, colleagues, and classmates. You can speak confidently about your profession and learning. Health and emergencies. Talking about health and emergencies is very important in English. You can go to the doctor, pharmacy, or hospital. You can describe symptoms and ask for help. You can also use vocabulary about pain, accidents, police, and firefighters. When you feel sick, start with basic sentences. I feel sick. I have a headache. I have a stomachache. I feel tired. I feel dizzy. You can also say, I have a cold. I have a fever. These sentences help doctors understand your problem. At the doctor, you can say, I need a checkup. I want to see a doctor. The staff may ask, what is your problem? How long have you felt sick? Do you have allergies? You answer, I have a headache since morning. I feel sick for 2 days. I am allergic to penicillin. In a pharmacy, you can ask for medicine. I need medicine for a headache. I need medicine for a cold. How much is this medicine? The staff can answer. It is $5. Take 1 pill 3 times a day. At the hospital, emergencies need short and clear sentences. Help me. I need a doctor. There is an accident. Someone is hurt. The staff may ask, what happened? Where is the pain? Who is injured? You answer, he fell from the stairs. He has pain in his leg. She is unconscious. It is useful to describe pain and accidents. My head hurts. My stomach hurts. My leg is broken. I cut my finger. I feel sick. I feel weak. You can also talk about accidents. There was a car accident. Someone fell. Someone burned themselves. Police and firefighters help in emergencies. You can say, call the police. Call the firefighters. There is a fire. There is a robbery. You can ask, where is the fire? What happened? Who needs help? The answers are simple. The fire is in the kitchen. Someone stole a car. He is injured. Here is an example of a conversation at the doctor. Hello, I need a doctor. What is your problem? I have a headache and a fever. How long have you felt sick? For 2 days. Do you have any allergies? No. Here is an example in a pharmacy. Excuse me, I need medicine for a cold. Sure, here it is. How much is it? It is $6. How do I take it? Take 1 pill twice a day. Here is an example of an emergency at the hospital. Help me. Someone is hurt. What happened? He fell from the stairs. Where is the pain? His leg is broken. Call an ambulance. Here is an example with police and firefighters. Call the police. There is a robbery. Where is it? At the bank. Call the firefighters. There is a fire in the kitchen. It is important to use short and clear sentences. Always describe symptoms and accidents clearly. Ask questions when you need help. With these skills, you can communicate in doctors' offices, pharmacies, hospitals, and emergencies. You can get help quickly and stay safe. Weather, climate, and seasons. Talking about the weather is very common in English. People use it for small talk. You can talk about sun, rain, cold, heat, and the seasons. You can also talk about clothing and activities for different weather. First, basic weather words. It is sunny. It is raining. It is cold. It is hot. It is windy. It is cloudy. It is snowing. These words help you describe the weather. You can also use time words. Today, tomorrow, this week. Casual conversations about the weather are simple. How is the weather today? How is it outside? You can answer. It is sunny and hot. It is raining a lot. It is very cold. People often start a conversation this way. It is a polite way to talk with friends or strangers. Seasons are important. Winter, spring, summer, autumn. Each season has typical weather. In winter it is cold. You need warm clothes. In summer it is hot. You wear light clothes. In spring it is rainy and warm. In autumn it is cool and windy. Clothing depends on the weather. If it is raining, you need a raincoat and umbrella. If it is cold, wear a coat, scarf, and gloves. If it is hot, wear a t-shirt and shorts. Shoes are also important. Boots for rain, sneakers for every day, sandals for hot weather. Activities also depend on weather. On sunny days you can walk, play football, or go to the park. On rainy days you can stay home, read a book, or watch TV. In winter you can ski or stay inside. In summer you can swim, travel, or have a picnic. Here is an example of a small conversation about the weather. Hello, how is the weather today? It is sunny and warm. Do you like sunny days? Yes, I like to walk in the park. I prefer cloudy days. Why? It is not too hot. Another example. It is raining a lot today. Yes, I need an umbrella. Do you like rain? Sometimes. It is relaxing. I never like cold rain. Me neither. Another example about seasons and clothing. What season is it now? It is winter. It is cold outside. Yes, I wear a coat and scarf. Do you like winter? Not very much. I prefer summer. Talking about the weather is practical. You can ask questions. You can answer clearly. You can also talk about clothing and activities. Using these words helps you communicate in daily life. You can start small conversations with anyone. You can describe the weather and plan your day. Entertainment, sports, and hobbies. Talking about entertainment, sports, and hobbies is very common in English. You can talk about music, movies, TV shows, and sports. You can express your tastes and opinions. You can also invite someone to go out or do an activity. First, music. You can say, I like pop music. I love rock music. I do not like rap music. You can ask, what kind of music do you like? Do you like jazz? Do you play an instrument? Answers are simple. I like classical music. I love playing the guitar. I do not listen to rap. Next, movies and TV shows. You can say, I like action movies. I like comedies. My favorite TV show is Friends. You can ask, what is your favorite movie? Do you like horror movies? Do you watch TV every day? Answers can be, my favorite movie is Titanic. I like watching comedies. I do not watch horror movies. Sports are also important. You can say, I like football. I play tennis. I do not play basketball. You can ask, do you like football? Do you play sports? How often do you play? Answers are simple. Yes, I like football. No, I do not play sports. I play tennis on Saturdays. Hobbies are useful to talk about. You can say, I like reading books. I enjoy painting. I do not like dancing. You can ask, what are your hobbies? Do you like drawing? Do you enjoy swimming? Answers are, I like reading. I enjoy swimming. I do not like dancing. Inviting someone to do an activity is very useful. You can say, do you want to go to the cinema? Do you want to play football? Do you want to watch a movie? The answer can be, yes, I would love to. No, I am busy. Maybe another time. Here is an example of a conversation about music. Hello, what kind of music do you like? I like rock music. Do you play an instrument? Yes, I play the guitar. Do you like classical music? Not very much. Here is an example about movies and TV shows. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is Titanic. Do you like comedies? Yes, I watch them every week. Do you like horror movies? No, I do not like horror movies. Here is an example about sports. Do you play football? Yes. I play on Saturdays. Do you like basketball? No. I prefer tennis. How often do you play tennis? Twice a week. Here is an example about hobbies and invitations. What are your hobbies? I like painting and reading. Do you want to go to the cinema tomorrow? Yes. I would love to. Do you want to watch a movie with me? Sure. Which movie? The new action movie at the cinema. It is important to use short and clear sentences. Always ask and answer simply. Practice talking about music, movies, TV shows, sports, and hobbies. You can invite people and share your tastes. Using these words helps you communicate in daily life. You can enjoy activities with friends and talk about your favorite entertainment. Technology and digital life. Talking about technology and digital life is very useful in English. You can talk about using your cell phone, computer, and social media. You can also set up online meetings and ask for help with the internet. You can use vocabulary for apps, passwords, and messages. First, cell phones. You can say, I use my cell phone every day. I make calls. I send messages. I take photos. You can ask, do you use your cell phone a lot? What apps do you use? How often do you make calls? Answers are simple. I use WhatsApp. I send messages every day. I make calls in the evening. Next, computers. You can say, I use my computer for work. I check my email. I write documents. I watch videos. You can ask, do you use a computer? Do you study online? Do you write emails? Answers are simple. Yes. I use my computer every day. I study online twice a week. I write emails for work. Social media is common. You can say, I use Facebook. I use Instagram. I like to post photos. You can ask, do you use social media? What apps do you like? How often do you check your accounts? Answers are simple. I use Instagram every day. I like TikTok. I check my Facebook in the morning. Online meetings are important for work and studies. You can say, I have a meeting at 10 a.m. I will join the video call. Can you send me the link? You can ask, how do I join the meeting? Can you help me with the link? When is the meeting? Answers are simple. Click here to join. The meeting is at 10 a.m. Yes. I will help you. Asking for help with the internet is useful. You can say, I cannot connect to Wi-Fi. The internet is slow. I do not understand this app. You can ask, can you help me? Can you show me how do I use it? Answers are simple. Connect to the Wi-Fi. Wait a few minutes. Click here to open the app. Passwords and messages are very common words. You can say, I forgot my password. I need to change my password. I received a message. I want to reply to the message. You can ask, what is your password? How do I send a message? Can you help me write a message? Answers are simple. Enter your password. Click send. I will help you. Here is an example of a conversation about cell phones. Do you use your cell phone a lot? Yes. I use it every day. What apps do you use? I use WhatsApp and Instagram. Do you make calls? Yes. I call my family every evening. Here is an example about computers. Do you use a computer for work? Yes. I write emails and documents. Do you study online? Sometimes. I watch English lessons. Do you watch videos? Yes. I watch videos every day. Here is an example about online meetings. I have a meeting at 10 a.m. How do I join? Click this link. Can you help me? Yes. I will help you. Here is an example about passwords and messages. I forgot my password. Do you want to change it? Yes. How can I do that? Click here to reset it. I received a message. Do you want to reply? Yes. I will reply now. It is important to use short and clear sentences. Ask questions clearly. Give simple answers. Practice talking about cell phones, computers, social media, online meetings, and passwords. You can communicate confidently in digital life. You can send messages, join calls, and use apps with ease. Opinions, plans, and dreams. Talking about opinions, plans, and dreams is very important in English. You can share your opinion on everyday topics. You can talk about the future, goals, and objectives. You can also express preferences using I like, I prefer, and I love. First, opinions. You can say, I like coffee. I prefer tea. I love chocolate. You can also give opinions about activities. I like reading books. I prefer watching movies. I love playing football. You can ask, what do you like? Do you prefer tea or coffee? Do you love sports? Answers are simple. I like pizza. I prefer water. I love music. Next, plans. You can talk about what you will do in the future. I will study English. I will travel next year. I will visit my friend tomorrow. You can ask, what will you do tomorrow? What are your plans for the weekend? What will you do next year? Answers are simple. I will go shopping. I will study at home. I will visit my parents. Dreams are about long-term goals. You can say, I want to be a doctor. I want to travel to Japan. I want to learn to play the guitar. You can ask, what do you want to do in the future? What are your dreams? Do you want to live in another country? Answers are simple. I want to be a teacher. I want to travel to Paris. I want to learn swimming. Preferences are important in conversation. You can say, I like summer. I prefer winter. I love rainy days. I like watching movies. I prefer reading books. I love listening to music. You can ask, what do you like? What do you prefer? Which do you like more? Answers are simple. I like ice cream. I prefer tea. I love football. Here is an example of a conversation about opinions. Hello. What do you like to eat? I like pizza. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I prefer coffee. Do you love chocolate? Yes. I love chocolate. Here is an example about plans. What will you do tomorrow? I will go to the park. Will you study English? Yes. I will study in the afternoon. Will you watch TV? Yes. I will watch my favorite show. Here is an example about dreams. What do you want to do in the future? I want to be a doctor. Do you want to travel? Yes. I want to visit Japan. Do you want to learn something new? Yes. I want to learn to play the guitar. Here is an example about preferences. Do you like summer or winter? I like summer. Do you prefer coffee or juice? I prefer juice. Do you love rainy days? Yes. I love rainy days. It is important to use short and clear sentences. Always ask and answer simply. Practice sharing opinions, talking about plans, expressing dreams, and stating preferences. You can communicate clearly about your daily choices, future activities, and long-term goals. You can also ask others and understand their likes, plans, and dreams. Advanced social conversation. Talking in social situations is very useful in English. You can start conversations in any place. You can speak in an elevator, at a party, or during a trip. You can also keep a conversation flowing even if you do not know all the words. Start by greeting someone. Hello. Hi. Good morning. Good evening. Then ask simple questions. How are you? How is your day? These questions are useful everywhere. They show interest. They help start talking. Open-ended questions are very useful. You can ask, what do you think of this city? What do you think of this restaurant? What do you think of the movie? Open-ended questions need more than yes or no answers. They invite the other person to speak more. You can also ask, what do you like to do? What is your favorite place? These questions help the conversation grow. Talking about daily life is useful. You can ask, where do you live? Where do you work? What do you study? You can answer, I live in a small city. I work in a school. I study English every day. These sentences are simple and clear. They help you share information. Sharing opinions is important. You can say, I like this city. I love this food. I enjoy meeting new people. You can also say, I do not like cold weather. I prefer summer. Opinions make the conversation personal. They help the other person know you better. If you do not know a word, explain it simply. You can say, I like the big yellow fruit. It is sweet. Or I work with computers. I write and read documents. Simple explanations keep the conversation going. Here is an example in an elevator. Hello. How are you? I am good. How about you? I am fine. Do you work here? Yes. I work in the office. What do you think of this building? It is very modern. I like it. Here is an example at a party. Hi. I do not know many people here. Me neither. What do you think of the music? I like it. It is very lively. Do you like dancing? Yes. I love dancing. And you? I like dancing too. Here is an example during a trip. Hello. Is this your first time here? Yes. It is my first trip to this city. What do you think of the weather? It is very sunny and nice. Do you want to visit the museum? Yes. I want to see the paintings. Here is an example using explanations for unknown words. Do you like tropical fruits? Yes. I like the big yellow fruit. It is sweet. Do you like bananas? Yes. I like bananas very much. Do you know mango? Yes. I like mango too. It is important to use short and clear sentences. Always ask questions. Always answer simply. Use open-ended questions to keep the conversation flowing. Explain words if needed. Practice talking in elevators, parties, and trips. You can communicate with anyone even if you do not know all the vocabulary. Now let's talk about 2 additional important topics. The first topic is problem solving and asking for help. You'll learn how to ask for help in any situation, clarify instructions, and solve everyday problems with confidence. These phrases will help you communicate clearly at work, school, in stores, while traveling, and in social situations. The second topic is idioms, expressions, and natural English. You'll discover common phrases and expressions that native speakers use in everyday life. Learning them will make your English sound natural, friendly, and fluent. You'll be able to participate in conversations, understand informal speech, and express yourself like a native. By practicing these 2 topics, you'll unlock new tools to communicate more effectively, solve problems easily, and speak confidently in real-life situations. This lesson is practical, clear, and ready for immediate use. Let's dive in and start speaking English like never before. Problem solving and asking for help. Problem solving and asking for help. Being able to ask for help and solve problems is very important in English. You can use English to get assistance in many situations. You can ask for directions, clarify instructions, or fix everyday problems. Start with asking for help politely. You can say, "Can you help me? I need help. Please help me." You can also ask, "Can you show me how do I do this? What should I do?" These phrases are very useful everywhere. Clarifying instructions is very important. You can say, I do not understand, can you explain, can you repeat slowly? You can also ask, what does this mean, how do I do this step by step? Answers can be simple. First, do this. Then do that. I will show you slowly. Problem solving in daily life is common. You can ask, where can I buy this? How can I fix this device? What should I do if I am lost? Answers are practical. You can go to the store. Press this button. Turn left and walk straight. Here is an example asking for help in a store. Excuse me. Can you help me? Yes. What do you need? I want to find bread. Go to aisle 3. It is there. Here is an example asking for help with instructions. I do not understand this form. Can you explain? Yes. First write your name, then your address. After that, sign here. Here is an example solving a problem with a device. My phone does not work. Can you help me? Yes. Press this button. Hold it for 5 seconds. It works now. Thank you. Here is an example asking for help if lost. Excuse me. I am lost. Can you help me? Yes. Where do you want to go? I want to go to the train station. Go straight and turn right. You will see the station. You can also ask for advice. You can say, what should I do? What do you recommend? How can I solve this problem? Answers can be simple. I recommend this. Try this. Do it like this. Here is an example asking for advice. My computer is very slow. What should I do? Try closing all programs and restart it. It works. Thank you. It is important to speak clearly and politely. Use simple words. Ask questions step by step. Explain your problem if needed. Practice asking for help in stores, at work, at school, or during travel. You can solve problems, understand instructions, and communicate confidently even if you do not know all the words. Idioms, expressions, and natural English. Learning idioms and common expressions helps you sound like a native. You can speak naturally and understand casual conversations. English has many phrases that do not translate word for word. You can use them every day to communicate easily. Start with simple greetings and expressions. You can say, how is it going? How are things? How is your day? These phrases are more natural than just saying hello. You can also answer naturally. I am good, thanks for asking, everything is fine. Idioms are phrases with special meanings. You can say, it is raining cats and dogs. This means it is raining a lot. Another example, break a leg. This means good luck. Another example, piece of cake. This means very easy. Using idioms makes your English more lively and natural. Common expressions help in daily conversations. You can say, I see what you mean. That makes sense. I am on my way. I will be there soon. These phrases are useful in work, school, or social situations. You can also use, no problem. Take your time. I will wait. These expressions make conversations smooth and friendly. Here is an example conversation using idioms and expressions. Hi, how is it going? Good. Thanks for asking. And you? I am fine. Did you finish the project? Yes. It was a piece of cake. Really? That is great. Break a leg with your presentation. Another example at a restaurant. I am starving. What should I order? I see what you mean. Try the pasta. It is very good. Okay, I will do that. Thanks for the tip. No problem. Enjoy your meal. Another example during travel. It is raining cats and dogs outside. Yes, we should wait before going out. I will wait. Do not want to get wet. Good idea. Take your time. It is important to repeat these expressions. Practice using them in real conversations. You can combine them with simple sentences. You can ask questions and answer naturally. You can also explain idioms if someone does not understand. Here is an example explaining an idiom. Do you know what break a leg means? Yes, it means good luck. Exactly. People say it before a performance or presentation. Using idioms and expressions makes your English sound real. You can talk like a native. You can understand movies, TV shows, and casual conversations. Practice every day. Use idioms in greetings, questions, and small talks. You will speak more confidently and naturally even with basic vocabulary. Thank you for watching this lesson. I hope you enjoyed learning about all these important topics. I want to hear from you. What do you think about these topics? Which part did you like the most? Write your thoughts in the comments below. I read every comment and I love knowing what you think. If you want to take your English to the next level and unlock your ability to speak instantly, we have something special for you. We left a link in the bio to access the method that is changing the way people learn English. This method is helping thousands of learners speak with confidence and clarity faster than ever. Do not wait. Click the link in the bio, explore the method, and start speaking English without fear. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This way, you will not miss any new lessons, tips, or strategies to improve your English every day. Learning English can be simple, fun, and powerful. Start now, share your thoughts in the comments, and join the community that is transforming the way English is learned. I cannot wait to see you in the next lesson.